What's going on, guys? Hey, can you guys hear me? Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Apparently I went live when I really wanted to go live. So, because the broadcast has started, I guess today will be a early start. Just give me a minute. Actually, oh no, I forgot to change my starting time in OBS. So I guess we're live. Okay. I'm gonna start the stream. If you guys give me a minute, I'm just gonna get myself a coffee and we're gonna start early today. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Can I do... I was not ready. Hold on. I don't have a mouse. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm just gonna put the pause video that I think I have here on the screen. No, I don't. Hold on, guys. Hold on. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this apparently not prepared me. Lights are not properly adjusted and everything. We gotta call this the pre-show. Welcome to the pre-show of the on this Monday live stream. For some reason, what's up? Hello, hi, good morning. Well, morning if it's morning to you. If you just woke up, or if you just finished your day, welcome. I'm slowly gonna get there. Okay, way better. I don't look overexposed. My head doesn't look as shiny as it could be. Beautiful background. Do you guys notice a difference in the background? I changed the background. I just retube my lights. I just have some diffuser added to my LED here. It should be more even. I don't know if you noticed that on the camera. We'll see. Let me tell you about what happened. I was cleaning my console and I probably went live for a minute or two, not knowing that I was live because not yesterday, last week I started the live stream at 1 p.m. and I didn't change my OBS settings. So cleaning the console, noticed that I was live, hitting the button, didn't know what happened there. Well, it's part of being live. Now the thing is, I'm gonna have to entertain you guys for the next hour without knowing if people are gonna show up in time, because I scheduled the stream to be live at 1:30. So, just gonna wait together, right? No, seriously. Ask away your question. It's gonna be a rough start for me. We're slowly gonna get there, but yeah. Well, actually, let's do some stuff together. First thing that I need to do, and I didn't do yet, is changing the time on my console. Right now, the consoles say it's to 14:12 because I'm not American. I don't use the American system of AM/PM. I believe it's really annoying, seriously. But it's more like 13:12 in Canada. If you don't know how to change the clock on your console, we just, change time. It's always a good thing to have your console on time. So I'm gonna go here, change it, the clock. I'm just gonna double check with my phone. It's a minute in advance, which is really fine with me. And today, hold on. I'm sick! I'm really sick. Fever, coughing, the whole shebang. Yeah, I'm sick. I'm totally sick. But it doesn't stop me from doing a show for you guys. As always, I'm live every Monday. And if it's your first time around here, sorry for the rough start. My name is Guillaume. I'm a live sound engineer. I just talk about anything that has to do with live sound, anything that has to do with the Behringer wing, because I'm lucky enough to have one in my basement right now. That may change in the future. We will see. Who knows? May end up with a Midas, may end up with a smaller one. But I like things to evolve, like everything in life. Basically, it evolves. There's a new tool available. Nothing wrong against the old tool. Is just now, technology is getting smaller and smaller. So eventually I'm going to move on from the full-size wing to maybe something smaller, maybe something that does more in a more compact state. I honestly think the limit of 12 fader would be the smaller that I would like to go. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Also, just change your console time. Yeah, this is something that you forget from time to time. Okay, did I say hi to everybody? Let me start by saying hi to everybody. Bonjour Patrick. Bonjour tous les gens qui parlent français. Charlie, what's up? Rolf, good to see you again. And let me start with a question from Rolf. Do you know what happened? What is causing the black blurring in the small window down right when you have it on? We're talking about here. It's because I'm using picture on picture and it's probably not adjust perfectly. So this is why I got some black shadowing stuff happening because I'm using my picture-in-picture stuff. Can you see my hand here? No. There we go. This is why. Actually, we can try to fix that quickly. Herman, good to see you, man. It's been a while. Hold on. Let me go here. Let me go. I need to see my stuff, and it's really far away. Okay. That's my. Let me see if I can fix this with the filters. There you go. I can probably adjust this. Is it better like this? I'm gonna go this way. There you go. Oh, not all the way. Something closer to this, something closer to this. There we go. Better? Now I have a hollow around me. Well, actually, you can see where the screen is, where it cuts. But I have a hollow around me, and I can show you guys some stuff on the console. You can still see my face in the corner here. Yeah, Zoom does the same thing when you had a fake background. This is what I'm doing, basically. I just try to cut myself, and I'm using the built-in plugin from OBS to do that, or is it a download? I'm using a plugin in OBS to do that, so it's not perfect, but it's free, so I get what I pay for. And it's working just fine to do like these small stuff like that. It's just not adjusted perfectly to cut me off from the background. I have a dark background also, it doesn't help. So it's really a matter of how you put your plugin together. And I also forgot how to shut my phone down because I'm doing a live stream here. Sorry, bud. Oh, Herman came seeking the wisdom of the Wing Guru. I'm sorry, nobody's here today. I don't know anybody who's knowledgeable about the Wing in the chat today. Maybe Patrick. Maybe Patrick's got his thing going. Maybe Patrick's gonna help you, Herman, today. If you know a Wing Guru, actually, if you know a Wing Guru, send him my way. I would like to know this console a little better. We try to have fun here, okay? Just a bunch of guy and girls, maybe, not here to judge, hanging out, talking about live sound, talking about the use of their console, the Wing, other stuff. And I'm recently with the channel, I tried to evolve into more, doing more of a broader spectrum of subject. I had a really good time with Bubba the other day doing the console comparison, talking about the Wing versus the HD. I would like to do some other videos, so if anybody out there has access to another console and want to join in, we can probably schedule a call together to talk about Wing and other console. I'm really open up to talk about every console. Especially if you got something like a DM3 or the DM7 from Yamaha or the newer stuff that's just get released, I would like to do that. Have you tried OSM, the open sound meter? No, I saw your video, Patrick, about that. We're talking about the same thing, right? It's the software that allow you to have DB-SPL display on your meter with a couple of tweak. I did not try it yet, but I would like to have that built in a console. Because here's the thing. When I carry around a console like this, I don't like to have any extra piece of outboard gear to go with that. Sorry. Bringing other stuff, bringing computers, screen, it's a pain for what it is. I like to have, the console, and that's it, and doing everything from the console. If there's a way to add the SPL meter where you can, give it a reference, it will be fun to have. It will be fun to have as an option on the console, but I don't think I want to carry around a laptop just for that. I'm just going to use my phone like I ever did, because I'm going to carry my phone anyway. So I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about, at some point I was talking about having a a Raspberry Pi inside the console just to, do some Linux. Yeah, it's working on Linux, but having maybe a version of Dante. iPad. Ooh, okay. iPad. You just made me think about something here. Really fun. I'm going to come back to the iPad later, but iPad. Yeah, I'm thinking about having a Raspberry Pi maybe, and I have like a small 7-inch screen that I can probably put somewhere under the console, and just so it's going to be packed together and, it lives together. It's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to go that route. I just like to have the console, and just that's enough for me to bring. If it doesn't have it, it's not the end of the world, especially for SPL meter. Other stuff could be cool, like patching Dante stuff, and that could be cool to control. I have a way to control Dante from the console, because now if you running your wing with Dante, you would need to have another device to do the Dante patch. So yeah, basically it could be fun if it can be done from the wing itself. Who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, could be fun. Okay, iPad. I don't know how much you guys are into the old iOS ecosystem. iPad OS 17 point something just get released. But the good thing about that is there's a new feature added to the iPad. Even the one that you have, as long as you have an iPad with USB-C. I'm personally owning an iPad Mini 6. This is, I believe, the first version of the Mini with USB-C connector. The OS now allow your iPad or your iOS device to see audio input and video input. It's now I don't remember the exact term, but it's a bidirectional connection. You can now send video from your iPad to a second screen. I believe it's still a copy of the same screen, but maybe it's going to be updated soon. You can have two screens on an iPad, because let's face it, the iPad with the M1 chip are more than capable to do two screen. Actually, it's the same. It's the same chip that they put in laptops, like the MacBook Air, which is an amazing laptop. It's the same chip that they put in there. So your iPad could definitely do an external screen, but now it can also record video, and it's a big game changer for me. I'm used to have, those little HDMI recorder for camera with a bigger screen. Now I just carry around an iPad Mini. I'm doing straight USB-C to USB-C from my camera straight into my iPad, and I can record on my iPad with an app called CamX, which is free. You can record video and sound from an iPad. Also, we used to do this a lot, but the iPad can be used as a recording source. I just recently recorded a full show, full 32 tracks, because I was using an X32, but using an X32 with a USB cable straight into my iPad, USB-B to USB-B female. I never remember. USB-B male, a USB in the back of the console to USB-C into my iPad, and it was working just fine. So iPad now with the console are really fun. Could we have iPad apps that run like Open Sound meters? Sorry guys, it's gonna happen a lot today. Apologies for that. Okay. What's up, Danny? What's up, Anger77? good to have you guys around. Can we have some really cool app from, let's say, somebody like Patrick that could develop those app for iPad? The fun thing with iPad is now you can have external keyboard. Like you could definitely have something like this. This is a keyboard with a mouse pad. You can have that in. I believe you can put the dongle into the wing and type out some stuff that needs to be checked out. Right now it's connected to my computer. I cannot do this for that, but having something as small as an iPad, even the smaller version, could be awesome to have with your wing. I can see myself running not plugins, but I can see myself running software with that. If this is an option, having something like a QLab from iPad and run queues and send out OSC information. Because the iPad now is fully bidirectional, the port is fully bidirectional with the new iOS. I cannot wait for the amount of possibility that we can do. Maybe we can have, you know, a bunch of USB connected into a dongle and record live sound and video from, you know, actually you can do that. You can have video coming from an ATEM mini in the iPad, USB-C to the iPad, and after that having the sound from the console and so like that as a source. You can either do it in the ATEM or do it on the iPad itself with two different source. But now you can also stream with an iPad. So new iPad update that I discovered, like not looking for anything. I was on YouTube, just, you know, doom scrolling on YouTube, and somebody said the new iOS is going to change everything for video recorder. So click on that and learn about the new stuff from iPad. It's going to be awesome. Now, can we integrate more apps into this? Maybe, like I said, Patrick could port the software to be apps and do stuff. Advertisement on already? Okay, so thank you, Patrick, for pointing that out. Okay, also something that I need to ask you guys. I put that in the title of Facebook, not on the title on YouTube. Do you guys watch these videos with ad block? Because the whole ad block debate, it's like going crazy right now. So I want to know, do you guys watch with ad block? If so, yes, please say it in the chat. I just want to know how it impact my video. Okay, let me get back. I was as always derailing into other stuff. Rolf say something here. Just saw a video from Drew, and he show another show controls. It's tags. Yes, I would need to dive into this, but yeah, definitely tags are something that can be really helpful if you have stuff that you want to group together or have. You know, you guys know how tags are working. If not, I would point you out to the Drew latest video, because I probably won't do a video on tags because I know how they work roughly, but I'm not a user for tag personally. Other than DCA, maybe in Noob Group, this is all I'm doing with them, but I don't dive into the possibility you can do with tags. So I will point you out to Drew's video on that. OMS is on iPad too. Okay, got that. So maybe, like I said before, you can have that on. Sorry, reading the chat here. I'm using the USB interface with my iPad since a long time. Yes, me too. But with the video recording now, it's gonna open up a lot of stuff. Okay, Herman, you got YouTube Premium. Really, really cool. Can you record 32 tracks? No, sorry. You can record. Not can you. You can record 32 tracks from X32 and Wing on the old Apple stuff, like the Lightning connector using a camera connector kit. I used to do that a lot back in the day. So you really not need a new device with USB-C. It's USB-C, and I will correct that USB-C would be only for video recording. You don't absolutely need a USB-C device. You can even put a hub, just so you know, so you can have a lot of device connected together, just as long as you... actually, my setup when I go out and record some stuff is I'm having a dongle, I'm plugging in the power USB into the iPad, so I do not lose power. Everything is fully charged all the time. And because everything is charged all the time, I don't mind using a lot of processing from the iPad. I'm using an app called Aurea, I believe, which back in the day was the only available option for you to record a lot of track on an iPad. Now I believe GarageBand would do many tracks. I tried to set it up, but I had no time, so I just went with Aurea, and I know I had a preset that would just record 32 track like that. But also now there is Logic for iPad and Final Cut for iPad. So maybe with the new version, you can record actually straight into Final Cut your setup. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. All we need is OBS for iPad. And I can put my capture card, video capture card, into a box and running my small box and do like switching from the iPad and all that stuff. Roland Zentracker is not bad at all. What is that? I never heard of the... All the video stuff is new for me, guys. I just discovered the ATEM Mini, the glorious ATEM Mini, which is a really cool device to do video stream. Yeah, basically. Okay, let me ask you guys, what's going on with your wing? Are you guys happy with that? Is there anything new that you want to see in the upcoming software? We all know at some point there will be a bug fix release, at least. I myself had a problem with MIDI. I know it's going to be fixed in the next update. I had the confirmation that this is really quick, like somebody did a typo in the code somewhere, and it's going to be fixed. To answer the question, Zentracker is a multi-track recorder for iOS and Android. Okay, I didn't know that, so I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Do you guys have any more suggestion for stuff like multi-track recording? And now, I don't know what's going to happen with video recording on the iPad, but it's a thing. It's happening now. Edman, is there a way to get channels into the Wing via Ultranet? You mean, what are you talking about? We're talking about having a device on stage like an XR18, using the Ultranet out of that and send that out to your Wing. Yes, there is a way. Oh, Cubase. Okay, Cubase on iPad, I didn't know was a thing. Recently, I added the SD8 stage box in the USB to Stage Connect Ultranet. Actually, this is where I was going, because I saw a video from a gentleman that I don't remember his name right now, but he's got not a lot of subscriber on YouTube, like way less than even me, which is really small. He's like in the hundreds. He's got a video where we show how he's got his in-ear rig with a split done. He connects his stuff into a Behringer splitter. No, actually, hold on. This is wrong. Instead of using a splitter, he's connecting everything into his XR18, and he's got the two Stage Connects box. To get signal from the XR18 into the Stage Connect box, he's using the Ultranet, so he's basically routing 1-to-1 the 16 input, and he's using, I think, 17 and 18 for click, track, and cue, so stuff that you don't need for front of house, so you don't have to worry about that. But he's basically taking the alternate out, send that into the Stage Connect, and Stage Connect is doing an analog split with that, and he sent out already gain level. So really easy to do. Really easy to do with 2 Stage Connect device, and I'm pretty sure if you connect that SC connector from his device or from an SC device into the Wing, you would get the channel 2 from there, because he's using, you know, the 16 output card. So plug that in. I believe as soon as you connect the alternate port, you will be able to grab whatever is connected to that alternate port into a Stage Connect device, so you can have a split of 16. So I don't know about the SD8, how you can do this, but I'm pretty sure if you have a Stage Connect, it will work. Edman, I finally moved the Wing to the audience so I don't have to run around with the iPad, but that would need a way to connect with streaming PCs. The way to connect with streaming PC, you have 2 options basically. You can use a USB extender if you want to go that way, which is probably your best and cheapest option. I'm running sound right now on my Wing. I think it's a 50-footer extender. I don't know how many meter is that, but it's really long cable. You can basically do that with just a single, you know, box at each end and having USB extender. The other option is to go Dante, if you have a Dante card on your Wing, which I'm gonna guess you probably don't, because you could just do that network wise. And the more expensive one, which, because I went with, you know, price, USB extender is a couple bucks. A Dante license gonna run you around $100. And the more expensive one, but maybe useful, could be to have a AS50 line with a AS50 to USB converter. Clark Technic do sell these boxes if you want to go that route. Of course, it will be 48 channel, so I don't know if it's better to go just USB, because you're gonna get 48 channel bidirectional anyway. But yeah, both are good option. Danny, I had an internal bug on Saturday. Actually seen it twice before, but only discovered the recent moment. Is that the USB audio interface related? Okay. Clip light starts coming off prematurely after doing USB audio output routing change. Oh, really? Did you create a loop or something? Some USB channels weren't working correctly while some connected to the state. Okay. Yeah. If you can produce it, sure, make sure that you can. Make sure that you send a video my way, Danny, if you have information about that, because I would like to report that as soon as possible so we can, you know, get that fixed. If it's just maybe a driver update that could fix that. Really interesting. And actually, let me ask you, what's the computer that you had on the other side? Was it a M processor Mac? Because now I don't want to say M1, because we have M1, M2, M3, which look amazing, by the way. I had to change the screen on my laptop recently, and I almost tried to sell my laptop with a broken screen on it, and it went with an M3 Max laptop. They look amazing. They seem to be really performant, but the thing is, I need Windows. So until Windows on ARM is a thing, not gonna happen for me. Okay, to answer Erman, to dive deeper into Erman's stuff, I go AS50B to the SD8 alternate, the Clark Technic alternate interface to USB, but it only works one direction. Then find a way how to select alternate channel as input on the wing. Because you're going through a stage box. Interesting. What's up, Nick? Good to have you back. Okay, back to Danny. Just had to do some output routing to USB interface and notice clip indicator acting weird. Unhooked the USB, clip indicator went back to normal. So, okay, reconnecting the USB and went back, acting weird. Rebooting the console. Rebooting the console fixed the problem. So, the console is on firmware 2.2's, 2.0. Seen this before. Okay. Yeah, Windows is looking into Windows on ARM processing because right now, I don't know for you guys, I'm not huge into the R&D stuff when it comes to processor for computer, but this is something that I like to know what's happening because, you know, new processor coming out like the M1 from Apple, which is a crazy good or efficient processor, because there's stuff, you know, the Intel stuff is going to be way more it's going to be way more powerful but not as efficient. And now with the M3, they're closing the gap on being really powerful and efficient, but like with not even a tenth of the power draw. So really sick me today. But yeah, basically everybody's switching to ARM processor right now. Windows is working on new stuff with ARM processor. They've worked with ARM processor in the past. It's not a new thing, but it also, where I want to go with that is this is also something that we want to be on the lookout for consoles. Heat dissipation inside console and power draw are a thing that we need to be looking for, and speed of processing and everything, because remember, this is a computer. Even if it looks like a sound, it's marketed as a sound console, it's just a computer with a fancy interface that you interact with knob, you know, with the top part of the wing. Under there, you got a computer basically really fast with probably ARM or other type of processor in there, but eventually, you know, with the development that Apple is making with the smaller chip, they can end up being like ARM processor in the next generation of wing or the next generation of console. Don't know what is going to happen with that, but it's maybe really close to be able to like to boot Mac OS on your console at some point. But no, seriously. On the Surface Pro X, you already have ARM processor, but is the Windows, can you run like your day-to-day Windows? Because I'll be honest to say, I'm gaming from time to time. As I don't like to admit, right now I'm not in a way where I feel confident to release, you know, 10 video a week. Especially my channel is pretty much on the downside right now, and I spend a little bit of time gaming just to get my mind off of things between jobs. So I like to have, I need Windows to work because I'm dealing a lot with the Yamaha processor and stuff like that, which are Windows based. But is it as efficient as on x86 processor? I don't know. Yes, today you can. Okay. I will need to check that out, but I would need Boot Camp for Mac, because I'm a Mac guy. I like it. I just like Mac OS. I wanted to ask, is there any way to do fader calibration on the wing? No. As of right now, there is no fader calibration, I believe. So for now, no, you couldn't find anything. That's pretty normal. Okay, MFM. What's up, man? It's been a while. I've been getting occasional audio interruption, short, less than 2 seconds, when using the SD card recorder, using a Lexmark. That's a V30 64 gig. Any idea? I don't know. V30 is fast. Not the fastest, but I'm gonna guess the reader is slower than that. Maybe try another card. I don't know. Maybe try a faster one, but I don't think that's the issue. Maybe it's just the card or your card reader. The first thing that you can try is to use the other card slot. Maybe that's gonna fix it. Maybe your first one doesn't like to play around with that card. I don't know about this one. I never really experienced any problem myself, but I know it has to do with buffering and reading speed when it comes to SD card. So maybe try to switch the port. If not, try to switch the card. Maybe it's that card with that particular port. You know, the more and more technology is getting faster and faster and using smaller component. As an example, I had a really hard time 2 days ago when doing a show with a not USB, HDMI cable. And for some reason, I was taking the cable, connected to my HDMI extender through Cat5e, and plugged it in my laptop, not my laptop, but the laptop of the venue, to just display a simple image. Didn't work, was dropping out. Changed the cable, everything went fine. Tried to hook that cable with my personal laptop to another screen. Everything was fine, would not drop. So it was that cable with that extender and laptop that didn't play well. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe the connection on the cable were not good. Move it around and I don't know. So sometimes it could be a like device specific in both cases that just do not work well together. Just reading Danny's stuff. When the console was in bug state, at least one USB channel was not passing through, another was passing audio, but on the wrong channel. So okay. It's possible that the fader can drift, Nick. It's possible. It's, you know, the way that these faders are done is just a simple motor, actually at the bottom here, with a rubber strap on it, and it just carry around that fader. So I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but try to put it in test mode and see when you raise it, you have the display on the little on the view meter of every channel. Maybe try to have it like all the way up and check different fader. Maybe compare it to the software, in the sense of right now I having my channel 40. If I take my channel 40 and I raise the fader, you know, I put it to 0 here. Now it's up to 0, and see where it lines up with the writing on the console. Mine is perfectly fine, but let's be honest and say that my wing do not get as much abuse as some other wing that are out in the wild now. This one is sitting a lot on my basement and not moving very much lately. So maybe in transportation, the motor just drift a little bit. Try to see in test mode if you get something, and try to compare it with the software when you have, you know, the visual indication here on the right. You will see your fader and try to see if it's working or not properly. And if it doesn't, I don't know how to do a fader reset, but there's probably a way. I don't know how involved it will be, but it should be able to do it. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Let's talk about ringing wedge. Okay. It's a maybe. I want to do a video on that. This is why I don't want to talk about it here, because if I talk about it here, I'm not going to do a video on it. But it's on my to-do list. 3 video. The SM7B, and I'm looking at them right now, my SM7Bs. Gain staging. How to do gain, how to deal with gain, and ring out monitors. And actually 4 video. I want to talk about cupping the mic. You know, those wonderful mic cupper. What to do with them. I'm gonna put it on a list. I'm gonna put it on the list for real. But yeah, those are the video that are on my to-do list that I just need to commit to do them. But right now, well, I'm sick, so I don't feel, I don't have the motivation to really work. I'll be honest with you guys. I just want to go. I want to get this stream done, and I want to do it the right way. But I want to get this stream done and go back to bed and wake up and maybe gaming a little after. Just want to get myself over this damn cold, and because I have event lineup this week. No way, just 4. Okay, back to your question. Anybody tried Drew Rashler sound library for the Wing? All preset release are snippets. Look nice on paper. I saw his video. I didn't look at his preset. I know he built a lot of them for a lot of microphone, but like every preset. And that's the reason why I did not did a preset library myself, because this is something that crossed my mind like pretty much everybody else that has a YouTube channel. Yeah, it's never it. It's never, you never hit the nail on the head with preset. It's always close, but never perfect. So I don't know about Drew's presets. I'm not gonna buy them for sure. And honestly, they're probably good. The guy seems to know what he's talking about. I don't know him, never spoke with him. I've even sometimes wrote on his page and he doesn't even reply to me, which is not a complaint. It just doesn't reply to anybody as far as I've seen on his channel. But I'm not gonna buy those preset because I'm never working with preset. Because the thing is, when you work in uncontrolled environment, like a live show, and you have a lot of different band, or even the same band, applying a preset is look at the overall general stuff that you usually get done, and you apply that to, you know, a specific instrument. Let's say, let's use a bass drum as an example. You take a preset, and you apply a preset on a kick drum. Let's say that you build your preset with the right microphone in mind. You have no idea how that bass drum is tuned and reacting in the room. You have no idea how the sound system is going to reflect the preset that you apply on, and it doesn't take into consideration the player. So, because this is something that maybe you guys didn't have a chance, but if you have the same drum kit, experiment with that if you can. Take the same drum kit, put somebody behind it, do a sound check, don't touch anything, and put somebody else behind the kit, and it's not going to sound the same. The way that the drummer hit, you know, a bass drum, there's many ways to hit a bass drum, apparently. You have some people that hit really fast, that just, you know, having your beater just touch the string, the skin. Some people like to bury the beater in the skin, so they do a hit and they just like boom and leave the beater there. Same with the hit the snare. You go rim shot, no rim shot, wherever you hit, how long of a stick that you have, you know, because you're not gonna have the same impact on the stick if you just go like this around the rim or if you go like all the way in. Usually I end up doing kind of the same thing on drums, but it doesn't take into consideration though the PA. If you're using preset, it doesn't take into consideration the player and the instrument when using a preset. So this is why they're never good, or never. That's never it. Maybe you can hit the nail on the head with that. Maybe you can load a preset and go like, yeah, that's it. But no, presets are not for me. I prefer to listen and go like, okay, what is missing? What's my expectation of a bass drum? What is my expectation of a vocal versus what I'm getting? And I need to understand how to make it happen. So maybe I should do lesson about these instead of doing preset, or do presets. But yeah, I should actually do this. I should do preset, but with nothing on. Like right now, this is a typical bass drum. I should do a preset with just having, 0.1 dB here, minus 0.1 dB here, and let the user apply how much mid scoop you want in this bass drum and how much low boost you would need. Because I have no idea how much. Oh, sorry guys. Can I get that glare out? There we go. Because I can give you preset all day, but I have no idea how much subwoofer you get. If you have too much sub or not enough, that plus 15 at 52 hertz might not be enough. Or if you have way too much sub, you maybe don't want to boost 50 hertz at all, because your sub naturally gonna go and put emphasis on the bass drum. So this is why presets are no good. Thanks all. We'll try those options, but do not generally prefer a Reaper as far as position recording. Yeah, live sound check playback. Okay. Yeah, guys, please. Time for a shout out to my friend Patrick. Patrick has been a really cool. Software developer, where he's doing a lot of software for the Wing and for the X32. Also, he's done a lot of stuff for Reaper. So go check out his website that he linked in the chat below, or x32ram.com, x32ram.com. He's got a bunch of software, too many to name here, and he's keep developing stuff on and on and on. So guys, please go check out his website. It's just a way for me to say thank you. He's not a sponsor of the channel. Maybe he could be a sponsor of the channel, but yeah, not sponsored, just a friendly shout out to my friend Patrick, who's helping me a lot with the channel here, being a moderator. So thank you very much. Merci, Patrick, to be here with us. But yeah, go check out his stuff. Go buy him a software. He's really cool. He's spending time, and he doesn't have to. He's just a nice guy. Did you check out the CNR DNS2? Yes, I did check that out, but there's no way I'm gonna buy that thing. It's too expensive for what it is. No, seriously. Seems to work fine, but nope. Okay, another question here. When we change bus into subgroup, is there a common box? What audio level? There's a comment box with audio level. What does that mean in Wing? Hold on, I'm not sure to understand your question here. When we change the bus into a subgroup, okay, take a bus, turn it into a subgroup. There's a comment box with audio level. Let's take a bus and change it into a subgroup. Let's take bus 9. And I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna change that into a subgroup. Do you want to switch This is really cool. Do you want to switch all send to this bus? Yes. Let's go. First input here. My kick in the bottom. Are we talking about that little box here? This is where you would usually have a fader, but because we're using a bus, a group, you cannot change the level that you send to that group. Everything will be post fader. So instead of having tap point for this send, we're going to call it a group send. So the send here is going to be just on and off, and you can take that channel, play around as much as you want, and this is how much of that, can you see it here? It's changing my fader. That's going to be a post fader group. So there is no way to adjust level into that group other than the fader. Same for all the group that I have here, because I already had group apparently. Because the send are stereo, you have option for panning if you want to pan into that bus, because you just created a stereo group or a stereo subgroup, and you can, after that, something that matters a lot, you need to go into your subgroup, and if you want it to be sent to your main out, you have to come here in that little send to main and activate that for you to make sure it go out to your mains or different combination of mains. And this is how you create a subgroup basically, but it will be fader dependent. Just know that. Let me turn that back into tap point. And actually I should do my other ones, because I don't know why everything is in there we go. I think it was only changed on a couple of bus. Now my talkback is sending into those bus. Let me check that out. Oh yeah, I'm sending really hard into this one. Why? I don't want to. I want this to be down, off, down. I don't want my talkback to go anywhere. It's just going pre-fader into the main. That's a really cool thing. If you want something and not care about at all, you can now take a channel with I don't know if it's 1.12 or 2.0 that added that feature, but you can take a channel, put it to pre, it's got to be pre-fader send, and you can send it straight into the main out. So you don't need to operate the fader, it will just go straight in there. My fader, can you see this on that's my channel 40, and it's all the way down. I don't need to have my fader up at all, and it's just working. You guys hear that straight into the main out, and if I solo my main out, you will see what's going to happen with that. There we go. This is what you're here. This is what you guys hear. That's pretty much it. I use my tree main bus for effects. Yes, works great. This is another way to, if you have a lot of in-ear monitors, or if you're using all your bus for other stuff, you can use your main out for effects. Just put them post fader, send everything into a matrix. Let's say that you want to have your matrix 1 to be outputs 7 and 8 on the back of your console or your AS50 line. You just send everything into your matrix, and you can do with your main, you can do subgroups. I used to do that a lot. This summer I started to have, like my band group and my vocal group and my tracks group, so I can, quickly go like Okay, what's happening here? I want my bend to go down a little bit. I want my vocal to go up a little bit, and I play around with my tracks. And they were always on the 4 channel here on the right. So this is another way to use that, and you can again use them for effects. Just take all your vocal, let's say, send them into bus main 4. I was bus 4. No, main bus 4, and just make sure that you just put everything back into a single matrix. That way you can have your effects run from there. You do not take your 16 bus. You keep them for in-ear monitors, and 3 effects should be more than enough to go through a gig. Especially if you have a lot of microphone on stage, you don't want to go crazy with reverb and stuff like that. I'm gonna get through this, guys. While changing snapshot, why does my recording stop in between this happened when using a DAW. Your recording stop. So you send out information to your software to stop while changing a snapshot. Really interesting one. Anybody's got a clue on that one? Because I would not know. I mean, the only thing that I can see is you somehow send out information to your DAW to stop. Are you using the custom control to do that? Maybe while changing a snapshot, you accidentally reverse something here that changed out, or you have a change of information from the custom control that give information to the software to stop. Because I don't see why, because they are talking together, but they're not talking together. If you understand, you're sending out signal from the console into the DAW, but if you're not sending control information theoretically when changing a snapshot. You should not. But is there anything on your no custom control used? Okay. Were you in DAW mode? You know, when you have your DAW button on the console is turning blue. You guys cannot see this, but in your setup DAW, if you were using something like that on one page and on one snapshot, I should say, and not on the other one, or you had a different preset there, maybe it could have caused the DAW to get an information or a different state of a button while recalling, and maybe that turned it down. But personally, I don't see why. Question: does a Wing have internal battery for times of day? I believe it does. Because the console do keep its memory, so there must be something. There must be round watch battery somewhere in those console. I don't remember from the top of my head, but yeah, SCR 2032. SCR 2032 should be somewhere on the board. Don't remember from the top of my head if there's one, but there's many video and picture of the Wing available on the internet for you to check out before opening it up. But there's no reason to change it. There's no reason to change it for okay. Hold on. Okay, so with the DAW thing, this is what I thought. Your snapshot is sending out information That's probably give another state to the DAW, so you would need to take that off. So like Patrick just pointed out, take those setting out of your snapshot when you recall. It can be done probably doing something like this. We have a snap I'm in the save scope. I'm gonna go into, I don't want to load a snap, but basically it's going to be that menu, and you want to make sure that you do not recall the DAW control from there. Okay. Sorry guys, getting under the weather here. Okay, there is no battery supercapacitor. I keep times for about 2 weeks. Oh, really nice. Really nice. So if you, as long as you power up your wing every 2 weeks, it should remain, it should keep track of time. But you don't have your board on for a month. I noticed the date is off. So, okay. So, yeah, there's a supercapacitor for sure then. And, yeah, you would need to plug in your console or turn it on every 2 weeks if you want to keep that date on. If not, you're gonna lose. It's gonna lose track of time, and maybe this is something that will need to be replaced in 20 years. But I don't know, honestly, if those consoles will still be around in 20 years when those capacitors just die of old age. Yeah, pretty much it. Guys, do you have any other question? If not, I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm feeling sicker and sicker as time goes up. I'm probably having a fever right now. So just plug it in, no need to turn it on. Are you sure, Patrick? Okay. Well, we've been going at this, unfortunately, without me noticing for about an hour. It looks like stay more for 2 weeks. I've probably done more than 2 weeks. I saw people turning. Actually, I saw people that telling me after a couple days, some reason they were not getting date or they just didn't care about it, so it didn't stick on it too well. Didn't try to look into that, but definitely. Okay, guys. As much as I love you all, I need to get some rest. I need to get some rest. Danny says, get some rest. Thank you for all you do for the Wing community. My pleasure. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in on these live stream. If you have any question, comment, or suggestion, please leave them in the comments below after this live stream is done. Because when I press the button, the chat disappears for a while, and I never, like a couple days after, have time to look at it back. So make sure that you write in a comment under. On this beautiful note, I'm gonna go rest. Thank you very, very much for everything that you do. Thank you for keeping this community alive. The fact that you joined in here is how we can do this every week. And I'm going to keep doing this every week as long as I can. Until the next one, guys, I want you to please take care of yourself. And I'll see you guys later.